Hey guys, what's up? This is Mr. Man 525, or the Mr. Man as you might know me. And today I have a new rig, as you could probably have guessed, because nothing has come out. I've been a bit slow on productivity recently, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm not sure exactly how much this is going to benefit me, but hopefully a lot. Because it took me a little while to make and to learn a lot of the stuff that went in behind it. Because I made this 100% myself. No one else actually helped. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of it, as you could probably guess, because I'm coming up with this video for it. This may be free for like some amount of subscribers rig. I'm not sure, but it's for sure a nice one. And if I don't want to brag, but one of the nicest ones that I thought I could find that might be for sale for free. So, I guess I may as well start from bottom to top. So, first of all, we have, well, Fancy Feet and IK Legs. The subsurf is on really low right now. There's no subsurf even on the legs because it does lag quite a bit. But if you want the subsurf, you can just add subsurf. I may as well keep it just for demonstration purposes. But when you're actually animating with it, I recommend keeping the subsurf rather low, because the instant it's high, it starts getting really laggy, even in the viewport. Yeah, you know it's laggy when it starts going like this slow. So I'm gonna slow down a bit and turn the subsurf down. Maybe not for as much for the arms, because the wrists don't need too much. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. We have IK Legs, Fancy Feet. There is no pull vectors. There is a pull vector, but it's not shown. This is like most rigs out there. You just kind of move it around. You rotate the actual foot itself, and it rotates the whole leg. Very simple. By the way, this is not my skin. This is kind of a casual Steve skin from some mod I had. I don't know. I just decided to use it. So that's the same on the other foot. And then to go even farther below, you'll notice there's nothing else here. But we have this little Steve properties thing. So I had to learn some Python to make all these work. I'm going to give a big thanks to Blender Cookie and a few other tutorials out there that kind of taught me the basics of Blender Python, and that was really fun. I found it was fun to learn. It wasn't that hard. I've been trying Java for a long time. It's deadly. Don't try Java unless you really want to like be dedicated. But we have a main controller here, and if you click it, you'll notice we have a bone down here, and this is kind of like the main bone. You can rotate it, you can scale it, you can move it around. This is what controls the entire rig. And then you can just click it again, and it hides it. But I'm going to keep it open right now. So we have the main bone, which controls everything. We have the feet, and then I guess we'll move up to the top a bit more. So we have the main controller bone here. We have double body bends, which can sometimes be a bit of a hassle, but I honestly think they look pretty cool. So I like them. You can get a lot more, I don't know, bending with the double body bends, because it bends in more than one place along the mesh, so you have the bend along the bottom half and along the top half. So yeah, I think I just like them, so I keep them. We have the head, we have the arms, the other arm, we have a squash and stretch feature on the head, we have the eyebrows, move them to sides, they rotate, move them down, they go up and down. It's very typical. We have a kind of second eye setting, so you can move it down here if you want. I honestly think this looks better with some of the, like, I don't know. It's all up to personal preference. And then we have a little other thing here, which is kind of a work in progress at the moment and doesn't work with this hair at all. I have another hair setting for this rig in particular. The hair, again, is really crappy. I haven't actually added too much of a cost simulation to it, but that is to come. This setting here is a work in progress that I've just kind of started working on. But yeah, this one is finished for sure, and I think it just looks pretty cool. So now that we've gone over most of the features, the IK arms are the same thing, you rotate them, but yeah. These are all the features you see here. As you can see, there were some hidden ones. Actually, there's 4 hidden ones. It's not a whole lot, but these kind of are self-explanatory. They finish up most of the other stuff in the rig. So if you hit the mouse button, you notice that we have a new bone here, and this is kind of like Butter Kieran's rig. which I thought was it was a cool idea to have it attached to the actual head, because if it's over here in its own little box, then the bone layers don't really work. You can't really hide it as well, so I decided to do it on the face itself, so that it can hide with the rest of these bones. But yeah, this way is thinner, this is wider, moves around. The teeth also follow. The jaw does bend a bit as well. And tongue is also yet to come. Remember, keep in mind this is a rig V1, so this is version 1 of a rig. I decided that I was just going to restart everything I've done, because all the other rigs are pretty weird, and I didn't like them. You also got this little ooh kind of factor here when you move it upwards more. It is limited to how big it can go, except that it's not very strongly limited, so it can go past the boundary, and you can keep on going down, just like one of Protozeon's rigs, and just keeps extending the mouth until a certain point, in which case the shape key ends, and then it just stops. But you can get down there for a long time, and more than you'd ever really need. So, yeah. You can move this. You can move these four bones around as well. It's pretty default for mouth kind of stuff. Move it down, move these ones up. This is like your average mouth. You can move them in too, and then you have your mouth controller. You can move this around, and then you can just scale these, make it smaller. I don't know what you really want to do. The head is also cool because you can move it around, you can rotate it, and you can scale it as well. And the squash and stretch feature doesn't screw anything up. But I'm just going to actually I'm going to keep this facial expression here. You have the eyebrows, which I can kind of add on here, and then next we have fingers. Now this is the cool part. We have 2 pixel fingers, and we also have this really smooth wrist here. So they may not look like 2 pixel fingers, but as you know, I've been coming up with a lot of tests with 2 pixel fingers, so it'd be kind of irrelevant for me not to put them on my rig that I'm working on. So we have it coming up here. Sorry about the lag there. But they can bend upwards, that is sharp bends, and then we can also have them extending like that. So yeah, 2 pixel fingers, I think after you figure them out, they look pretty cool, because with some people complaining about 3 pixels, they're too long, and I think 2 pixel fingers are the right length. So yeah, I'm just gonna shrink these all back in again. We have thumbs here as well. These are also 2 pixel finger thumbs. You'll notice there's a little blot thing here. That mainly comes into effect when you pull the finger out itself, because it looks a bit weird. But once you bring all the other fingers up, you'll notice that the palm of your hand isn't actually completely flat. I know this is Minecraft, so I guess it is more or less more flat, but no one's palm is actually like completely flat. So I kind of took that into consideration when I did this. Whoa, I selected something here. There we go. I can't deselect it. There we go. So I kind of took that into consideration when you extend the fingers. You have a bit of like the palm here where you have the muscle and the bone, like your thumb's finger bone kind of ends here in real life, and there's kind of a gap here. Not really much of a gap. It's actually the gap's in the more middle of the palm, but I don't know. It was just something. But you have a wrist as well here. This is probably looks pretty crappy in the viewport, because it's the viewport, of course. If I turn the subsurf up, it'll start lagging like mad. But it looks smoother, so I'm gonna keep that 2 for now. But you'll notice that it looks pretty nice. It's smooth. It doesn't affect the fingers at all. We also have a bit of 3D clothing everywhere. We have a teeny bit on the arms here. We have a 3D hair. None of these have any cost simulations on them whatsoever, so they don't really do much. You'll notice as we also open the fingers one, you get this little twerk bone here. This is the hip. This is handy if you want him to be twerking, of course, or you want to have a walk cycle, because you know as you step forwards, you never really just step forwards. You kind of step forwards and your hip goes sideways. Yeah, not that much, but I hope you get the idea of what I'm kind of showing here. This is kind of quickly little scene, but yeah, you always have that. You don't really ever have a flat hip. But yeah, the wrist also works with the sharp bends, so that's pretty nice as well. And then I think the last section here, I guess, to go over is the eyes, so you can hit this button as well. And whoa, you get a lot of stuff. This may start lagging a bit, but it probably won't. You have the eyes here. They are limited to how far they can go. you'll notice that they're not perfectly limited. Like, I did this on purpose because no eye can really go all the way out to like to here, and this one kind of goes in a bit, so they aren't perfectly limited inside their box. They're kind of a bit misplaced, but I think it gives a kind of cool effect. Up and down though they fit, but we have that, and then we have these eyelid things. These are extruded, so you'll notice the pixel, the color here is different than the color here, and that also means that you don't see any difference in between the two because they're extruded, and none of the, if we just go back to the first layer, you don't see any texture glitches with this because it's a different mesh itself, or different plane itself, different surface. So we'll bring this back, and then you have the three little controls here, so you can move these down, and you can move these ones down. These ones only go up and down; they don't go side to side. You can change those though. It's only like I was really easy with these and just lock the rotation. This is kind of like a little thing, but yeah, you can get some pretty cool eye kind of eye looks. I guess it does show a lot about your rig when you have some crazy kind of, I don't know, crazy weird eye stuff going on. But these ones can move around, these middle ones, so these ones can move anywhere they want them to go. These ones are also parented, so they can only go up a certain amount. But yeah, so that is pretty much all has to do with the eyes. Good thing is when you hide them all, you still have the same kind of, like, it doesn't get rid of what you've done with them. Of course, it's just hiding the bones, just hiding their layers. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think there's a little thing to go over with the skin. But that's all with the armature itself. The skin is pretty typical. Just drag this up here. The skin here, you just pretty much have to color up the face. You can have some stuff on the side, as you notice I have some other colors, pixels here. It just looks like it deforms a bit, but that's pretty natural. But yeah, try to keep it one basis color. And then there's this little guy over here. This guy, you pretty much just need the pixel and the eye colors here, and then three colors there. I'm pretty sure, I'm not even sure that these eyes use the color of the rig, so I'm not sure you should like worry too much about it. I'm not sure if you need to worry about it at all. But if you, this is the color in the viewport that the eyes are gonna be. They're gonna be here. And then this is pretty much just the inside of the mouth. This isn't as important. You don't really need this, but it's if you add it on, it's fine too. And then for anything else, there's not a whole lot you have to add. This is a bit weird, but it doesn't actually use anything. It just uses the skin itself. The white here, this, try to keep some, like, think this white, because that's what it just uses in the viewport, I'm pretty sure. If I just select some of these guys here. Not sure where it's actually, oh, no, I think it does use here. I think at one point when I was designing the rig, I made it use texture from over there. It was kind of sad. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all on the rig. This may be free, not really sure about what's happening with it yet. But if it is free, then feel free to download it. If it isn't free, and this is probably going to be being the one I sell, because it's like really complicated and stuff. Keep in mind this is only the version 1. This one might be free. Version like 5 or something might not be. But for now, this is pretty much all good. And for more heads up and stuff, Python tutorial might come out. I'm not really sure. I'm still kind of a noob at Python, but you can see the scripting over here. I kind of got the hang of it. It's not overly complicated. The tutorial for just doing these little buttons wouldn't be bad for me, I guess. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the rig here, and well, not really tutorial, kind of tutorial and showcase of the rig here. And when the download link is open, then you can go ahead and download it. But I am still a small channel, so if you're new to the channel and you like this rig or you like what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe. It helps. If you just like this video, not so much a big fan of anything else that happens, then just leave a like to this video, comment, doesn't really matter. Anything really helps me out here. And main appreciation is just to know that someone else has downloaded my rig and will work with it. Just one thing, if you do use it though, just credit me in the description. Other than that, I hope you like the rig showcase, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.